Greetings and welcome to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter, and I'll be your host this evening. I want to thank you for tuning in. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch or be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are not already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you must register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. And when you register, SMF is Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. Now, when you register, you must put a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunthangar will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in, but enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. Please enter your questions or comments in the chat box over here, and I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And understand, sometimes I can't get a word in myself, so be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can make questions or comments to me known during a live stream only. So like I said, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building videos, Saturday at John videos, the contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform, informative and enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And please consider subscribing. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell and select all so that whether myself or Sparky comes on, you'll be notified. Share the videos, comments on the videos. All these activities help the Stunthangar YouTube channel grow. Now, please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships right below. And the membership start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. I mean, the price of a coffee at Starbucks, just one Starbucks coffee a month is what we're at least asking for. You also can show your support by going to the super chat, which is below the chat box, big $sign, and you can donate any amount you like there as well, but only during a live stream. So like I said, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening. Come back then and make your donation through the super chat. And if it's not convenient for you to watch the whole show, then come back and watch it in parts like a lot of people do. Now, this is Sparky's YouTube channel. This is not mine. My channel is Flying Control Line Stunt. That's Flying Control Line Stunt. All the letters are there. And when you go there, if you locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which Sparky shot with his video camera, me flying his Junar XL, I'll receive a notification because that's my account, and I'll be able to respond to you quickly. If you have any questions or comments, that's how you can get in touch with me. Now, I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't do things or use words you wouldn't ordinarily say or do around your children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, I'm now going to post a link now at Stunthangar Forum. So let me go there now and post the link. And the link has been posted. Here we are, Friday, close to Christmas, and out here streaming. I'm out here in the YouTube streets, hoping there's some people out there that have nothing better to do than to tune in to Stunthangar Video Hangouts. Let me see if I see there's someone already there. Dennis Adamis, and he's provided a like already. So thank you very much, Dennis. Appreciate that. And let me go to what I call the control panel. And let's see here. Yeah. Hope everybody had a good week and had a chance to do some flying. I went flying today with my buddies Carl Reed and Joe Mata, and we had a good time. I think I must have put about 6 flights today, and the weather was so beautiful. It was just like teasing me, come on, put up some more flights, because it was just, I mean, I don't know if you can, I hope that, wherever you are, you're safe and comfortable, but boy, the weather out here was in like the 70s, and like 3 or 4 mile-an-hour winds. The grass was in good shape. So not bad, not bad. See Tom Rammel, he's provided a like. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. And so we have 2 people in the chat, and I'm just doing a little editing here. Just give me a moment here. But no one's in here yet. So hopefully someone will join us shortly. Okay, so I got that straightened out. And I imagine you guys can hear me and see me well. If anything wrong with my audio, let me know. I didn't do a mic check before I started. So please let me know if everything's all right. Oh, it looks like Brad Lapointe is making his way in here. Thank you. Being saved by the Canadians. Appreciate it. Brad Lapointe, thank you so much.
Hi, Charles.
How you doing?
Kind of hunkering down. We've got a blizzard right now.
Oh, wow. I hope everything you stay safe and comfortable.
Yep.
Well, I know that I don't know if you heard me talking about the weather down here. It was just absolutely off the chain. Unbelievable. Just like 70 degrees, 3 or 4 mile-an-hour winds. The grass was cut. It was just egging me on to keep flying. I mean, we actually normally leave because the wind comes up or something, but I mean, there was so much flying left in the weather, but we had to leave because we have a life. But it was just unbelievable. I was telling the guys, people probably don't believe how beautiful the day was today. It was just, but what you want? Fair winds, clear skies, comfortable.
Well, we had none of that here today.
I imagine most of the nation does not have that. I mean, I feel very fortunate. I know a lot of people are hunkering down and preparing for this storm, which is, I've heard is been advertised as being, pretty severe, like a bomb, as I've seen one description of it. So,
well, I'm glad I don't work anymore because I don't have anywhere to go. I think Lenny got caught in it coming home today.
Oh, yeah. Well, this kind of weather, then you must have been in your shop working on some planes, right? Right, Brad?
I was actually helping my wife get ready for Christmas.
Oh, you know what? That happens a lot this time of year.
Yeah. There was nothing in the shop for me today. I was otherwise busy.
Let me welcome these other guys in here. I'm not sure who came in first, but let me say hi to Mark Gerber. Thank you for coming in, Mark. Appreciate it. And John, thank you, John. Appreciate you coming in, John Miller. And I appreciate Santa Claus coming in because I know Santa Claus is busy this time of year. So,
yep.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I was talking about how unbelievable the weather was out here. Did you guys hear me talking about that?
No.
Extraordinary, John. Like in the 70s, 3 to 4 mile-an-hour winds. The grass was cut.
Birds were singing.
All the rest make us feel bad, Charles, or what?
I'm just telling you how fortunate.
It's 1 degree here right now, Charles.
It's how many degrees?
1.
1. Yeah, you look pretty hunkered down. Yeah, I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm not kidding. It was around 70 degrees, 3-4 mile winds, and it stayed that way. It was like I could have flown. I could have still been flying. I had things to do. I mean, that's how normally the weather chases me away. Normally the wind comes up in the afternoon after after noon, the wind comes up and kind of chases me away, but the wind uh, never got really threatening at all. It was actually when the wind came up, it actually made the conditions a little bit better because it blow away all your turbulence, from you going through the air, So just unbelievable. I was just so convinced that I prefer flying this time of year than any other time of the year. It's just unbelievable.
Can you read that?
No, I just see glare. Just see
It
white.
says what? It says 1 degree.
I believe you. 1 degree. I believe you. I've never been in 1 degree, but I believe you.
It was 12 below yesterday morning. Well, it was about 12 below. It was 15 below last night when I went to bed.
If I've been in that cold of weather, I don't remember. My dad was in the Navy, and I remember he was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, and Groton, Connecticut. So I imagine it gets cold there, but I was a little kid. So looks like Sparky is making his way in here. And we have 18 concurrent viewers and 9 likes. So please, if you haven't hit the like button, please smash that. It won't cost you a penny, and it helps the analytics of the show. Hey, Sparky, thank you for coming in.
Hey, what's up?
Just doing the show, having a good time. I'm surprised you guys are free. I'm happy though. I'm glad you guys are able to make it in. And I have in the chat box, I have Ives 100. He says Xmas tomorrow for me. So you have Christmas tomorrow. Okay. Where are you from, Ives 100? Let me know where you're at. You must be somewhere on the globe, probably ahead of where I'm at. And then Tom Rammel, he says 9 below here and 60-mile-an-hour blowing snow. Wow.
7 degrees here.
7 degrees.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me check. Could be close.
Hey, Mike Lonke. Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Hey, bro.
Good.
Hey, I appreciate your attire. Thank you for coming in all dressed for the holidays.
Well, I got my elf.
You got your elf.
Helper too.
Yes, all right. Oh yeah, look at that, St. Louis, 6 degrees. I'm not sure if you're affected by the weather, Mike, but you're.
You got a window open. It's feedback.
Yeah, feedback. Plus, it sounds bad.
All right, let me see what's happening.
All right, thank you. So I've been telling everybody about Mike. Let me see. Say some more, Mike. No, we still got a loop, Mike. Still got a delay.
All right, let me go out. Let me come back in.
All right, thank you. And Ives 100 is from Australia. All right, thank you, Ives, for tuning in. Well, I imagine
tomorrow today there.
Yeah, it's already
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow today there.
Okay, yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying Christmas is tomorrow for him or her. I don't know if Ives 100 is a male or female. Well, I went flying today in Sparky. You know how Southern California is. It's like 70 degrees and 3 to 4 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
You should be a national champion with that kind of weather.
I know. I need to get better. Let's see, Mike.
How's that? We good?
Let me talk here. A little bit of a delay.
Some kind of loop going on there.
I don't have any tab open except this one. Nothing
Now,
else
you
is
sounding good. I'm just hearing a delay of me when I'm talking, but it's quiet now. So we're good. We're good for a while. I'll let you know. Looks like Dennis Adamison's coming in here. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Now, what kind of Santa Claus hat is that? It's not red. Well, thank you for coming in, Dennis. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Good
And
to be here.
Lynn Burrell's here. Thank you. Wow, I'm really surprised.
Why is that a surprise?
Well, some wives are and families can be pretty demanding, you know.
Oh, okay.
It's really close to Christmas.
Oh, not here.
Yeah, okay. Very, very cool.
Huh? I'm working on it.
Mike, I'll just go and mute you, Mike. I don't know what's going on, but thank you, Mike. All right, that's better. And so how are you doing, Lynn? Looks like Dennis is frozen. Oh no, you're not moving.
No, he's not frozen. He's there.
Okay, he's there. How you doing, Lynn?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Good as always.
Today, Lynn?
No. Hey, everything else did, but not me.
Listen to Charles bragging about the 70-degree weather with 3-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, he can
It
just
is
have
quite
that. Yeah. 70.
Well, we never
He-
got above, I think we hit 3 below midday. Our high temperature came at like midnight 01. You know, we had 14 degrees. By 8 a.m. it was 9 below. And then
Wow.
we come back up to about 3 below at around 4 o'clock, and now it's back down again. But next week it's going to hit 50. So next weekend.
All right. So hey, Stuart, thank you for coming in, Stuart. How are you?
It's been blowing a hoolie here all day.
Yeah, 30. We got 30-mile-an-hour winds, 50-mile-an-hour gusts. You got all that too, right?
Oh yeah, you know it.
And Mike, you got that too?
I don't think my furnace is shut off yet. It's been running all day.
Look at this beautiful airplane.
Yeah, that's it. Well, he's rubbing on
Outstanding.
it so hard he doesn't mind the cold. It probably feels pretty good. But
Yeah, I got it all rubbed out.
Looks
go
good.
around.
No, it looks outstanding.
it really does. It
Yeah,
really does.
It really does look outstanding. I actually really like that color scheme more than anything I can remember I've seen of yours. It really is-
I said that to Naomi too. I think it's the best looking airplane you've done, Sparky. Looks outstanding.
I don't know.
Well, you've done that checkerboard treatment on the leading edge before, and I always liked that. So that
Yeah, I
that's a
did
big
it on
thing for
my,
me.
I did it on my Crossfire, and I did it on, let's see, I flew the Crossfire at the Nats had checkerboards, and my Junar the last time had red checkerboard.
Didn't your Vipers have it too? One of your Vipers or so?
And in the 90s. Yeah, Viper in the 90s had checkerboard. It was blue on the front end, white on the back end, and it was that Aerogloss royal blue, and it came out here and had white back here, and then it was black and white checks on the leading edge.
Yeah, but I really like this one.
Hmm.
It doesn't have anything really fancy on it except for that rudder.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the formula, guys, is that he's going to take it and age it for 3 or 4 years, like he did with the Monado, and then go win concours with it. So
That's right. You gotta let the paint age so it'll buff up good.
uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Sparky,
Got it.
did you get that Vico decal image I sent you?
No,
I sent it to your email address you had in Pampa.
yeah, sparkyfl@charter.net.
Yeah,
If I did, I just deleted it or something. Send it again, please.
okay, I'll send it again tomorrow.
Keith Trossel, thank you, Keith, for coming in. I appreciate it.
Hi, Keith.
Merry Christmas.
Keith?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Yeah. So how you doing, Keith? How's Barbara? How's your family?
Everything's fine. It's still cold. It's like minus,
Oh, what is it, 60?
-4 with a wind chill about 40, -40.
Where are you at? You're in Colorado, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I thought you were in Arizona.
north of Denver. Just north of Denver. Almost where Mark is. Mark's supposed to have even more cold and more wind.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Mark showed me it was 1 degree there.
It's 1 degree here right now, but it was 15 below last night when I went to bed.
Yeah.
Anybody doing any work in their shop? Anything they're working on?
Progressing on the big job.
I, I've been working on a redraw and an update on this airplane right here.
Okay. All right.
I've been on the CAD system with it. I was gonna show it, but I believe it or not, I really got hacked bad last night. I don't know how I noticed that my VPN was off. It had been on, somehow got shut off. Tried to put it on and it said I couldn't go through India. And yeah, and anyway, the machine started going nuts and I shut it off. This morning I got up, I'm on my laptop right now because that machine, I can't remember the password I used. So I can't get it to reboot. So I'm gonna have to
Hit
play with it.
escape. When it's
Huh?
coming, when it's coming up, hit escape,
Okay,
and then it'll go through, it'll boot, and then you can boot in safe mode.
okay. I was trying to remember how to do that. I hadn't done it for so long. I
F10,
thought- Say what?
F10, Frank 10.
Frank 10 F10? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. The Windows 10 has several fail safes on it, but you got to know the password, you know. So I mean, anyway, so the work I've been doing on this plane is on that other computer, and I hope I don't lose it. I don't think I will because
It's in there somewhere.
it's on the hard drive of the broke down computer. But
So now,
I'm tickled about it because I'm making sure like this, the wing can come off, but a stab and elevator, all that saying, well, what I'm doing now, the stab and elevator will come off, the vertical stab will come off, the wing will come off easily and then split in half. So it should be able to be packed for travel. I'm also, this straight edges on here, I've made them a little more rounded. I'm not sure that that's going to stay, but that's kind of where it's at right now.
are you planning to do that to that airplane or build a new one?
I'm going to build a new one.
Okay, all right, I get it now. All right.
Yeah. This
Cool.
one's just going to go up and be a wall hanger for here on out.
What's wrong with it again?
The wings, I'm afraid I'm going to blow the wings. It's got a cracked main spar in there.
Okay,
And I noticed looking at it down around the nose, I've got some problems with some of the balsa breaking down there. I think it's got oil soaked. So it's time to build a new one.
there you go.
I have a comment in the chat box from Brent Williams. He says, packaging some Fancher handle kits and line clip sets tonight. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, Brent.
Yeah,
Cool.
Brent Williams sells the Ted Fancher handle. That's really my favorite handle. I have about three of them, actually four of them. I actually bought one from the guy that before Brent Williams was selling them. Trying to remember his name. He passed away.
Carl.
Shoot.
Carl Shute. Yeah, I bought a Fancher handle from him, I think, earlier. And then I purchased three from Brent Williams. I was talking to Joe Gilbert, and he said he has about 10 Ted Fancher handles.
I got about a dozen and a half.
Yeah. So
One
and
plane,
there are
one
other good
handle.
handles. What was that, Lynn?
One plane, one handle. I keep
Yeah.
telling
That's it.
everybody.
One plane, one handle, one set of lines.
If you're doing it any different than that, you're making your life difficult over a few bucks. Because
Miserable.
what happens is you cannot go fly a plane on one handle and then next week take the same airplane out with a different handle and expect to be able to, within a flight or two, get it flying exactly the same again. You can't do it. I don't care who you are. Because
Yeah.
what happens is you spend 2 or 3 flights trying to find the adjustment again where you like it.
Unless you're Joe Gilbert.
Unless you're Joe Gilbert.
Or Bart Kaplinski.
Yeah, exactly.
Bart Kaplinski could fly your own plane and beat you with it.
Well, so
But he
could
could.
Keith.
Yeah.
Look at who? Who was that, John? Soak it
Is
who?
that so can Keith?
Oh, Keith Trossel?
There's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of guys that can fly my airplane and beat me with it. I don't
Hey,
even want to
John.
start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keith,
I told you thanks.
you're welcome.
And I gave you the trophy.
Yeah, you gave me the trophy.
Okay.
He just flew a proxy for you, right?
Ah, that was a good flying little plane though for a profile.
Hey, Mike Lonke, I actually took that handle out that you gave me, the one with the right-hand finger grooves. And I want to tell you, I absolutely love that handle because, you know, when you do like the square eights, you have all those corners up and down, you know, constantly. My other grips, I didn't notice, but I was losing a little bit of my grip, you know, and it would mess things up. But that handle is like, even when I relax, it's keyed to my hand because those
locked in.
it has these deep finger grooves. I've never seen a handle. It almost looks wicked.
Oh yeah, that was some custom thing. And it was a right-handy. I'm a lefty, so it didn't fit my hand. That's the one I sent you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real deep recesses and points between the fingers.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't use it. So
I really like that handle. I'm gonna try to use that as a template or something close to that because I'm telling you, even when I was relaxed, it was just like I had a hold of my handle I've not had before.
okay, well, good deal.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn,
Yes.
what's going on with Mac grounding all the?
Oh, what a shit show that is. It's
So,
unbelievable. We're totally grounded here. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the text, the body of the text. I can pull it up later if anybody wants to read it. The announcement from Mac or
It's crazy.
your version of
We're
FAA.
we're not supposed to fly anything now in Canada right now for 3 months except for indoor.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's crazy. Oh, I don't know. They've had some disaster go on. I don't know what it is. I have no knowledge.
Let me go away for a minute and I'll pull up the body of the text that I found.
What do they think you're gonna do, Len? Get in the back of a pickup truck and fly an airplane around and into a building or what?
Well, they think we're going to knock an airplane out of the sky, I guess, with a control line model. I was saying to my wife the other day and a couple other people, I said, it's more dangerous for a 10-year-old to go out and fly his kite with 400 feet of kite line than it is for me to go fly my control line model anywhere.
Yeah.
They
Good
took
point.
away all your guns too, didn't they?
Oh, it's just, yeah, well, we don't have, nobody in Canada carries guns. What do we need them for?
They outlawed the butt gun
Guns
too.
don't
Oh.
help in the snow. Guns don't help in the snow.
No.
Hey, Charles, thought comes to mind. You said you liked that handle with really, really deep finger grooves. Have you ever seen the pictures of what Bob Barron used to do with his handle?
No, do you have an image of it?
No, I don't think I do anywhere, but it's basically he was on that kind of quest. He would take his handle and he would like cover it up with epoxy putty and stuff like that. Put his hand in a plastic
What's
bag
that?
and then grab the handle. All right.
Right.
And it's epoxy squeezing all over the place. And then, you know, carefully remove his hand and stuff like that and let it set up. And of course, he'd go back and, you know, dress it and everything like that. But that was his goal, to get a handle that absolutely fit his hand, that it could not be grabbed any way but one way. I don't know how successful, well, Bob was a pretty successful guy, but I don't know that a lot of other people, you know, copied that or anything like that. But I guess the point of it is that if you want to make deep finger grooves and stuff like that, if you start with something like a Brent Williams handle, I would think it would be a pretty fast way to get there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Actually, I already made one attempt earlier this week. I bought some plaster of Paris, and I let it start to cook off till I got to like peanut butter consistency, and then I grabbed it. I used some saran wrap in my hand, and I grabbed it, and it came out all right. But my next attempt is I'm just going to put petroleum jelly in my hand and grab it and try it again, and then use that as a template to draw the finger grooves on a piece of cardboard, and then transfer that to the Ted Fancher kit, because it really will work that way. So when I get done, I'll maybe show an example, but I'm going that direction for sure.
Hey, Charles, I got that text from the body of that text. If you guys want to read it on why they're shut down in Canada.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Everybody see that?
It's coming
Yeah.
up.
Not yet.
Okay, everybody go ahead and take time to read that. There's
There it is.
there's
Can you
two
blow
pages.
it up? Can you blow it up some?
That's as big as I can make it. I'm sorry.
No, okay.
National
not a
Aircraft
problem.
Association will tell its 13,000 strong membership to stop flying outside. MAC is an official organization of all forms of aero modeling in Canada and was founded in 1949. The reason beggars belief. They have sanctioned flying sites with controlled airspace that have done the paperwork and such of non-compliant NAV Canada rules. NAV Canada was founded in 1996. It's my belief that new organizations should be made to make space for incumbent airspace users and not push them aside. Now, perhaps the most depressing part of this model, Mondale or whatever,
Maudlin.
Mondale, is that MAC thought they could send out an email that wouldn't reach industry inboxes, the truly staggering construct in the digital age. It brings to mind the Washington Post banner adopted in 2017, used in many places. Democracy dies in darkness. Next page. The Communications and Regulations Department of MAC need to give themselves a solid talking to. If there were a model flyer in Canada, if I were a model flyer in Canada, I'd be very disappointed in that my organization had dropped the ball and laid itself a prostate at the feet of NAV Canada. What other, perhaps bigger issues are MAC is trying to head off that require them to be so contrite? I have reached out to MAC and NAV Canada for comment, and at the going to the press, and have received no comment from either. Let us see if NAV Canada lives up to its contract form message. NAV Canada is committed to becoming the world's most respected navigational service. Our main focus is operating a safe, efficient system. However, to ensure that we are meeting your expectations, we want to hear from you.
So it sounds like MAC didn't get stuff in place for like drone regulations and stuff like that, maybe. And
Apparently not.
full-scale aircraft. It sounds like the clubs have to register where they're flying. And a lot of clubs have not registered. That's kind of the chatter that I read on some of the threads. So, sorry about that, Len.
Oh, that's fine.
It's
I
good
could-
it's now and not in the summer.
New
That would've
Zealand's
been a
having
real-
That doesn't
problem
mean it
too.
won't last till the summer.
No, I know. But I think in 2 or 3 months, I would think they would have it figured out.
Yeah, just like Mac figured out the last kerfluffle they were in last year with all that crock of shit that went on. Mac's useless. I have nothing good to say about Mac. Nothing, zero. Mac's a useless piece of you know what. I'm done with them. Unfortunately, I paid my membership for another year before this happened.
All I gotta do is fly and say, well, hell, I didn't know.
Pretty much. Exactly. I didn't
Easier to
know.
ask for forgiveness than permission.
It's so ridiculous when it comes to control line. Like, I don't know why we have to get balled up in every time with all the RC guys and all the cockamamie BS when we have nothing to do with any of that stuff. We don't fly anything over 70 feet off the friggin' ground. Like, give me a break. It's just so ridiculous.
We're not in the regulations anyways, control line. We've got an exemption, so I don't think if we went out and went flying and make any legal difference, we wouldn't be any different than the kid flying his kite.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly. I agree.
NAV Canada and Transport Canada is our equivalent to the FAA.
Let me welcome Philip Bailey. Thank you, Philip, for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hey guys.
And
glad to be
Mark
here.
Wise came in also. Thank you, Mark, for coming in. Appreciate that.
Hey, Mark.
Hey. Looks like
Unfortunately-
Did Santa get stranded in Indiana?
Yeah.
I guess
No,
the
so we
bad.
found out Santa's the Detroit Lions fan too.
Okay.
So
All right, I could have worn my blue one and said he was a Carolina fan, but
Is Santa a Smurf?
yeah, that's it. My Lions are going to be down in Carolina, I believe, tomorrow, and trying
they
to
sure are.
sneak into a playoff spot. They still got a chance. So
Yep.
We're gonna find out very quickly who all the good boys and good girls are. The good boys and good girls live downwind. If you
Mhm.
live upwind, you get nothing this year.
Boy, I'm telling you, I just have one wish for Christmas. Next year, you keep your bloody cold air.
oh,
Global
God.
warming.
Yeah, it's all the
Yeah.
global warming fault.
Yeah, okay. My brother is at,
Well,
I
it
think
was-
he said 18 below. We're at 12.
Don't
I've
get
had-
excited now.
Hey,
well,
Phil.
we all sound great tonight. So
Oh, yeah. And I went to the doctor today. This is after medication.
Oh, well, you get better soon then. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
yeah.
Hey, Phil, when you come out in February, it's going to be nice, I think, because today was 70 degrees and like 3 or 4 mile-an-hour winds. The grass was cut. So we're just getting it all set up for you. So when you come out here, you can have a good time, Phil.
Keep rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Bill, it's
Yes,
too bad you didn't get in earlier. I was talking about upgrade for this plane back here. But
Yeah.
if you bring up the recording later, you can get to the front of the meeting, you'll find what I had to say.
Okay. I'll look it up. I'll tell you one thing, that wing that's some wing, I'm telling you. I made one modification to it. I have a habit of sheeting the outboard most rib, those 2 ribs. Instead of cap stripping them, I sheet that. And I looked at that thing and I said, you know what? That first rib on the tip is not that much smaller. And I got some pretty good 1/16. I wonder if I can warp it down to meet that first one, not the second one, but the first one. And then once I got it, that far, just took some sandpaper and rounded it a little bit. And a piece of silk lays across there real pretty. I don't know what tissue's going to do, but we'll find out in a few weeks.
Well, that should make the wing a lot stronger, actually.
I hope that was the idea.
Yeah.
Because what looks like happened to that one is it flex at the tip. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to solve that problem.
Yeah, well, I think you'll get a kick out of what I'm going to be doing to it. I'm looking forward to. I was going to show it today, but my computer, I've got a problem with it, so I couldn't use it today.
Yeah.
Let me
I'll tell you what,
welcome Carl Reed. Thank you, Carl, for coming in. Appreciate
Hey, Carl.
Hey, girl.
Hi, girl.
Hello,
everybody. Merry Christmas.
Same to
Merry
you.
Merry Christmas to you
Merry
too.
Christmas.
Ho,
it. Your
ho, ho.
microphone's not working very good, Carl.
Hody ho ho. Heidi, Heidi, Heidi ho.
Okay. All right.
Well, that thing Sparky sitting beside is really pretty.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely, I think it's this best color scheme I've ever seen him do. I haven't seen all his
Sparky's-
planes, so I don't know if it's the
Sparky-
best he's ever done, but it's really pretty than what I've seen.
Sparky likes to make the rest of us jealous. He's just like that, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
just in him.
okay.
He can't help it. It's inside him. It just
Yeah, I know.
he extrudes it out of him. It just comes out,
Yeah,
comes out through his hands and sanding
yeah.
and painting.
Anybody spends that much time with a piece of sandpaper in his hands got to be a little warped, but he sure does do some pretty work.
It's okay if he's warped. His planes don't come out warped. It's all good.
I didn't say his planes were warped. I've held 2 or 3 of his airplanes, and they are gorgeous.
Yeah, and he let me fly what I thought was a really pretty plane, that orange Junar XL. And he first offered the Minato, and then he thought, well, the Junar flies better, so I got a chance to fly the Junar.
I haven't seen one of his airplanes yet. I wouldn't be tickled to fly.
Yeah, I was.
Now there's not many people I can say that about.
Yeah, when I came home, Phil, I had such disdain for all my airplanes.
Yeah, I know
Lumber
what you mean.
wagons.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
know
die
what you mean.
remembering that I used to build nothing but lumber wagons.
Yeah.
Precious
Yeah.
balsa.
Let me catch up on the chat box. Let me see here. Wild Bill says Merry Christmas. And the Fred Barron RC says Merry Christmas all. Brent Williams says you can add material to the handles to create those finger grooves. Yeah, I definitely will probably be doing that, Brent. Thank you. The RC Air Marshal says the butt gun, question mark, question mark, question mark. You guys are speaking my language now. And then Fred Barron RC says that's what she said. And then Michael Raka, he says, how can you join the Zoom? Mike, you have to be a member of Stunthangar Forum, first of all, and it's not that difficult. You have to register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. And when you register, you need to use a space between your real first and last name and a valid email address. And Sparky, who's in here right now, he may, that's a legal term, he may approve you. And that's how you get into the Zooming. There's a link at a place called At the Bench, which will not appear unless you are a registered member and logged into Stunthangar Forum. So that's how you get in, and that's how you get in. Short as that. So then the Fred Barron RC says, yes, I would like to join as well. Well, you just heard it, and Sparky's here, so you might be able to get approved and get in here tonight.
If
If
you
you
guys
have any
register,
problem,
if you guys register, use your real first and last name with a valid email address, or I will not approve you. I don't want any spammers. So you can't be Joe Bellcrank because there's too many of those.
That's me.
And then Wild Bill says, post a link for us, Sparky. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Just come on in the traditional way. Just unless Sparky knows you or I know you, we're not going to let you in unless you go through the Stunthangar Forum member.
Right.
if you have problems getting in, text back and one of us will talk you through it one way or another. Some nights there's a little problem, but most nights there's no problem at all. I mean, it took me 20 seconds maybe to get in.
Let me, I'll post a link to the forum so you can register. Let's see here. Might get a feedback loop here.
All right.
Let me ask you a question right quick. Did anybody else see Sparky do something to look kind of silly?
Well, once in a while,
he took his hand and come down like this right on that wing. Now Sparky can do that. If I did that, the plane would be rocking and the flap would fall off and there'd be parts flying. I
didn't see that. When did he do that?
He was telling how to get in, and he took his hand down like a.
Oh, well, he knows this plane. He's been working on it for hours. How many hours did he have in this plane?
I don't know. 400 probably.
Probably knows where it's at. And then Mark White, I'm trying to get my.
I know where they're at. I just have dumb luck.
Oh. What's up, Mark?
Let's see, 3 things. First one, I've realized that as many of us get older, we get wiser. I do not. I get wiser, and that's not good. And a friend of mine asked me to sell his Celestron telescope on Marketplace because I'd done some of that with my photographic gear, and I agreed to do it. And after getting through all the spam and all these ridiculous people, I found a buyer about 15 minutes away from my home. And we knew it was going to be cold today. It's about 9 right now. And so we're going to meet at a kind of convenience store and 1 o'clock. And he said he had 2 cars. He had a University of Delaware car because he works there. And he also had a Hyundai. I said, well, I'll park away from everyone else. He said, great, I'm looking forward to it. I got the cash. I said, well, I got the telescope. And I parked it as far away from everyone else as I could. And then some woman pulls up on my left and parks. And I said, well, you know, at least the spot on my right is open. So then another car pulls in on my right. And I said, this is unbelievable. This lot is so empty. Look where these people are parking. So I backed up and got into another spot. And as I was doing that, this guy was running after me. And I got out of my car. I said, what are you doing? He said, are you Mark? I said, I am. He said, I want to buy your telescope. I said, oh my God.
Oh boy.
And he said his daughter was in the car, and his daughter said, Dad, maybe he changed his mind. So anyway, second thing, any of you that are Pampa members and have a email address with us, I hope you got an email from Chris Rudd, maybe Monday or Tuesday. And the topic was, most of it was almost all written by Keith, and it was about Hall of Fame. And then I kind of repeated it on Stunthangar on open forum, if you look for my name. And basically, Keith is the chairman of the selection committee for Hall of Fame. And he and Bob Hunt and Frank McMillan are the guys. And they decided let's try to stretch the deadline date for 2022 nominees until the 15th of January. And we're doing that because, or Keith is doing that because this July at the Nats we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of Pampa. And it just seemed like a perfect time to invite those people who get voted in. There are several names of people with approved packets. The packets are available on the Pampa website, which is pampacl.org. And you can read all the information, who is so far in the Hall of Fame. And I think that's 60 members. So we'd appreciate it if you would scratch your head a little bit. Think about someone you think is fairly extraordinary. There are a lot of nice people that fly stunt, but that's not the only qualification. We're looking for someone who's made a big difference over a long period of time. And Keith and the group will go through who's qualified to be voted upon. And then the voting committee is made up of all those Hall of Fame members that are still with us. All Pampa presidents who are still with us, and the current Pampa board. So it's that group that would vote, and any person who gets through the selection process that gets 51% of the vote gets in. Okay.
All right.
So please think about it. Think about who you know, who you could spend a little time writing an application. It's a tremendous honor. And we're going to have a nice banquet, either Sunday or Monday night, which would be the 9th or the 10th in July at Muncie. So I would appreciate that. So would Keith and all of us. The third thing, it was nice enough. I got a phone call from Charles earlier in the week, and I don't want to embarrass him, but I think I should tell you all. The topic was, he asked me for some help in that he thinks that some of you really shouldn't be on this forum. And I said, well, look, I'll help you. And so watch your chat box during the meeting, and you'll know if you're one of those that Charles thinks really should go. Was that about it, Charles?
Not even close.
Oh, I see.
I don't remember that.
But really, the Hall of Fame's a big deal. You all probably know people that are in, and maybe you know people that should be in.
Yeah, I have an idea of someone who should be in.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to complete that package, I guess.
Absolutely. It's right available. Keith, go ahead.
I suggest you check with the current list of current Hall of Fame members to make sure that anybody you're thinking of isn't already in the Hall of Fame. So
Right, good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's in it. I think he deserves to be in it, but I don't think he's in it yet.
Hey, Keith, are Canadians allowed in the Hall of Fame?
it's not by, as far as I know, there's no nationality restrictions.
Yeah, we need to change that.
Guys, let me catch up. The chat box is running away from me.
I'm done.
Let me see here. Where did I leave off at?
The look on Len's face when you said that.
Absolutely. I love the guy.
Okay, so RC Air Marshal says, so listen, the funny part is I also run an RC YouTube channel and we do a Zoom every Friday. Really? All right. And that's great. And then so Stunthangar Sparky posted the link on how to get to Stunthangar forum, and that's where you register. So that's in the chat box. Then RC Air Marshal says, so we are all, excuse me, so we are all in our Zoom watching you guys do yours. That's funny. He's laughing. LOL. That's funny. And then Wild Bill says, I get it. US radio control guys are Zooming tonight as well. And then RC Air Marshal says, so we wanted to merge the Zooms and create a supernova of RC guys talking to control line guys. Wow, that's interesting.
That'd be cool, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I know that there's the possibility of having other rooms inside the Zoom Pro. It mentions that, so that's a possibility. Edward Sutter says, like provided. Thank you, Edward. Haven't seen you in a while. Merry Christmas. And he goes on to say, not able to join tonight. Just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And
Merry Christmas, Ed.
Merry Christmas. Then
Merry
Slap
Christmas, Ed.
Nuts
Hurry back.
RC. You guys check this handle out. Slap Nuts RC. Slap Nuts RC says, this is cool to see another Zoom group talking RC. You guys are always welcome to join us. And we don't have a Sparky. It's open to all. You need, you'll weed yourselves out, LOL. Then Marcel Legrand, who I've not seen in my show in a long time. I've seen him on Sparky's show. Welcome, Marcel Legrand. He says, Merry Christmas, Stunthangar team, from all of us in New Zealand. And then Edward Sutter says, had my shoulder surgery Monday. Hope to do some building after about 6 weeks when I get out of my sling, and I'm all caught up.
Wow.
Wow. It's amazing. The contingency of RC flyers are finding interest in what we've got so much that we in common, believe it or not. And when it comes to, I don't know how many of the RC guys are still building. I'm sure there's a core number of them that are, but we build ours most of the time, except for once in a while.
I get a lot of RC guys on my build videos.
Do you? Yeah, well, that's the other thing that we have in common is if you build, we build, and the terms and we can learn from each other.
This airplane is exactly the same as an RC airplane. The only difference is I don't have radio. I have a bell crank.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yep.
Well, we have Santa Claus.
We have two.
We got three of them. 4 of them. We had 4 of them.
One's for electric.
Oh.
Oh, that's bad.
There we go. Now we got 4.
I'm Santa's helper.
There you go. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do my last Santa gig for tomorrow. Love this season.
Hey, Howard Rush. Hey, welcome, Howard. Thanks for coming in.
Tidings of comfort and joy.
Yes, well,
To you too. Who's the glow
Merry
Santa?
Christmas, Howard.
what'd you say, Lynn?
I said, who's the glow Santa? got a lot. You guys were talking about electric Santas. Who's the glow Santa?
Oh,
That'd be Lodkey.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, but he has an electric airplane.
yeah, we use electric airplane
I
too.
guess I knew I shouldn't have shaved. I just knew it. I knew there was a reason when I was shaving, I had this feeling come over me. I shouldn't have done it. I should have left the beard and put the damn hat on.
Uh-huh.
How about Sparky?
What about it? What about
Sparky's,
it?
Sparky's a glow guy.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a Santa hat on.
Well, that's
Gotta get the
minor.
Santa. Okay, we'll take him then. He'll do.
We'll take care of that for next year. We'll have to mail him one. I'll see him somewhere.
Well, I think next year we ought to have everybody that's on here have a Santa hat on.
Yeah.
How's my buddy doing, Phil?
He's doing much better. He came to dinner last Saturday and was with all of us. We all got together for our Christmas luncheon, whatever. And good spirits, walking 2 miles a day. Looked good. His sense of humor was back, and it's Tommy again. So I'm tickled. I gave him one of the pictures of our planes. Now his is framed in a nice frame. This one's just a picture of the three of them.
Oh, nice.
That's Betty Barbie's white one. Mine's in the middle, and then Tommy's plane, the orange one, unfortunately is no longer with us, but it was a gorgeous airplane. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there the day it went in, but everybody said it's just a fluke thing. That's the wind. Hobby Park's got some strange wind, as Bobby Hunt can attest to. And if you can fly there, you can fly anywhere, because the wind's coming from over here, and then all of a sudden it's coming from over there, and you hadn't even finished your wing over yet. And then it's coming from over here. And it's just, you're flying in a donut of trees, which is bad enough. But then you get a big gust, and it really puts you on your toes. And Tommy just was not up to, they said he just wasn't up to catching up to the plane. Normally he would have, but it was before his heart surgery, and he'd slowed down, and he just
Thank you, Howard.
just couldn't catch up to it. But he'll be back, and he's building again. He's building a big job and a humongous. And I think he's got another one he's building too. I think the big job is about built. No, the humongous is about built. The big job is in silver. And the other plane, I think, is a Zilch X. And I think it's on the way, but I don't know how far along it is. Last time I saw it, it was just wings and fuselage. But Tommy don't build no sinkers. If he builds it, it's beautiful.
Well, for you guys who don't know who Tommy Looper is, he is the world's best and finest pilot carver I've ever seen.
He's also one of the best at putting up with crazy people and teaching them not just to build model airplanes, but to fly. Because he's put up with me now for 40, we're coming up real close on 48 years.
Wow.
And he's been a really, really good friend. And I may just have to get one of those packets and fill it out for him, because
Good.
I don't know of a better guy in stunt, period. I know some great guys, Bobby, Billy Werwidge, I knew several of the guys from Texas, 3 of them who are no longer with us, but I don't know a better guy than Tom. So I may just have to try to get one of those packets and fill it out for Tom, because I just really think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Like I say, there's 12 of us locally that fly, and not one of us that don't call Tommy when we have a problem. And he's always makes time for us. And he'll always, if you just can't get it, he'll always tell you the same thing. Well, excuse me a second. Get your butt in the car and come over here. And either he'll come to you or you go to him, and he'll sit there and spend half a day straightening your mess out and make it work. And we got one of the boys, and I'm telling you what, Tommy helped him build an airplane that flew and flew well. Honest to God, this boy could take a model airplane kit and come up with a boat. I don't think he ever looks at the plans. Some of us are old enough to remember. You remember the old cartoon that was on the plans way back when? There's a kid standing there and he's holding a model boat, and it says, so whoever it was didn't look at the plans. Well, this kid personifies that. And Tommy got him a good looking P40, and of course I think Tommy built more of it than he did. But anyway, he's just a really, really good guy, and he's helped every one of us, from Larry Drawn to I can't remember the guys' names right now. But anyway, having one of those days I can't remember stuff. But and he also is one of the best carvers I've ever seen. He carves pilot figures that are second to nobody's.
I'm going to show you when I show you mine that I got from when I wiped this off.
Did you, real quick question for Keith. Keith, how's your big job coming? You,
Starting to put some pieces together for the fuselage, have the nose boot on in the morning and the rest of the fuselage in a day or two.
oh, cool. So you're coming right along. Couple of weeks, you'll be into the paint area.
Well, hopefully. I've got
Yeah.
I've got some things to do with this Hall of Fame. It's going to take some time.
Yeah, understandable.
Should have been done by now, but we'll have it done in a couple weeks.
Or airplane.
So anyways, there's a chat here I want to read. So the RC Air Marshal says, well, I can't post links. Anyways, was fun to see more airplane modelers doing a Zoom. You guys have a great night and a Merry Christmas. Thank
Merry
you,
Christmas.
the RC Air Marshal. And then D123, who joined us as a YouTube member on our Monday show. I really appreciate that, D123. He says, Merry Christmas. Insert your flavor. My control line brothers and sisters. Merry Christmas to you, D123.
Merry Christmas.
Let me get this camera here.
All right.
We'll give you a close up of Tommy Looper.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Oh, man,
That's a wood pilot.
that is sweet.
Did you carve that out of balsa or what?
Tommy did, yep.
Wow.
How many grams of that pilot?
Nothing.
Done.
Weighed nothing.
He didn't eat, no, he
2
didn't
grams.
eat for 3 weeks.
Wow, it's awesome. Thank you, Sparky, for showing.
It only took 5 years to get.
Took him 3 to do.
Hey, is that Joe Gilbert's voice?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Joe, welcome to the show.
Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too. Just so you guys know, when I make someone big, I'm kind of blinded. I can't see what else is going on. So if you trying to get my attention or something, and I spotlighted someone for everyone to see, I might not see what you're trying to get my attention. That's why. See it when I expand somebody out.
This is the airplane I won the Spirit of 62 with and the Concourse with, and let me see, what year was it? 2020.
Beautiful. I forgot how nice looking that one was.
Yeah. And the gold came out especially nice, which is not easy to paint gold, right, Sparky?
That is AutoZone Duplicolor.
That stuff works good.
Yeah. Didn't have any gold paint. It was over John's. I said, John, we got to have some. I went to AutoZone and said, yeah, it's lacquer. It'll be fine.
Looks good.
That's what's on my Torino. That AutoZone paint.
That looks good.
How much does that plane weigh, Sparky?
I think 40 ounces. Let's see. I don't remember. We'll figure it out.
So is that a pamper ship? Is that a classic ship or what is that?
Classic. The Tucker
Is it a
special.
Tucker? Yeah.
Sparky, is that about 50 inches or is it bigger?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Probably heavy now because it's got all this dust on it. It's sitting in the corner for 2 years. It weighs 42 ounces.
Wow.
That's
I
great.
bet that thing flies sweet.
What a lumber wagon. Look,
Oh, no way. My Nobler's 43 and flies beautiful. So at 42, it can only be better.
that was my tongue-in-cheek remark.
Ah, no
Keith
lumber
has a-
wagons coming out of Sparky's shop.
Keith has a pilot there.
Let me make you big, Keith. 1 second.
This is another Tom Looper. I've told the
Wow.
story about this one
Nice.
before,
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
and he doesn't really show up, but this guy is on a German airplane. This guy's got attitude,
He does.
and
He
it
does.
really doesn't show up very well here,
Wow. That was nice.
but I told you the story, I think, before,
Yeah.
because I was for people who haven't heard, I was working on the airplane, and Roy Trantham was visiting that week, and I was working on this thing on the cockpit, and I had a pilot about ready to go in, and he said I needed a real German pilot to go in that thing, and I said I really didn't have one other than one of those Williams Brothers things. So he called Tom Looper, who was there in the shop,
Sparky,
and
it is
uh,
really cold down here.
he called Tommy and said, Tommy, Keith needs a new pilot. And a little bit of a pause, and Tom says,
You can have,
okay.
I'm online here.
And then he said, how soon does he need it? Roy asked me, how soon do you need it? And I said, well, in about 5 days, 4 or 5 days. And so Roy told Tommy, Keith needs it in 4 or 5 days. Another pause. And then he said, okay. And about 4 or 5 days later, I get this box in the mail and open it up, and here's this guy, and almost floated out. He's so light. And now he's in this airplane. So that's the
Wow.
Tommy Looper story.
That is amazing. Great.
What motor is in that plane, Keith?
The Merlin 40.
Wow,
The original
looks
has,
good.
yeah.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, I've been
Pretty.
battling a cold the last couple of days. I'm not feeling well, so I'm gonna bail out on you guys. I just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas and
Hey,
we'll
Dennis,
check
let's
in with
show,
you Monday.
let's show
So
me your
Merry Christmas,
pictures.
Dennis.
Show them your pictures, Dennis, before you leave.
Merry Christmas, Dennis.
Merry Christmas, everybody. You guys take care. We'll see you Monday.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
Dennis.
good
I'll
night,
see you,
Dennis.
Dennis. Thank you, Dennis.
Hmm. All right, get out of here. Leave.
Well, I'm telling you what, I hope he don't have a cold like what I had. That thing like to kill me.
I muted you, Sparky, so you might want to unmute yourself.
It's like Mike's in the house now.
There we go.
Oh man, it's still blowing here like crazy.
Yeah, here too.
It's really cold here. Let's see.
Wow.
Well, the wind ain't blowing here, and it's about 12 degrees.
Must be
Yeah, it's saying we're 12 and clear.
6 degrees still.
And my brother's at -8.
Supposed to go to 5.
It's 54 degrees here.
Ah,
I saw a
Thank
guy
you.
on television the other day said that this cold spell is part of global warming.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
it's a real
Yeah.
complicated, he says, way it ties together. but we're having these real cold spells like this because of global warming. So
It's global warming? When are you gonna turn it on?
Yeah,
What do you got there, Phil? Help me. Got these.
that's, I wanted to, since Joe's in the house, I
The
wanted to,
chipmunk.
Joe sent me the plans to a chipmunk, and right here's the fuselage to my new chipmunk.
Wow,
Wow.
Cool.
that looks pretty tall. I like that.
And this thing is, I don't know. I tell you what, that's going to be a nice looking airplane, I think. It was out in my building, and when I brought it in, I was really afraid that it was going to be, it looked to me like the tail was warped. I really thought it was been in about 1/8 of an inch. But I brought it inside, and it sat for about 4 hours, and I went and got a level and laid it up beside it, and it's straight as a gun barrel. So I'm going to build it. I thought I was going to have to build another one because I thought that one was warped, and I thought a piece of balsa and a piece of ply on each side of it. Ain't no way you're going to straighten that. But I guess it was my eyes are just too cold and off because when I got it inside and put the straight edge up beside it, it's dead straight. I didn't build this, by the way. Tom Morris built this.
Okay.
And Tom was at a contest in Atlanta, and he said he had a whole bunch of odds and ends, just pieces of stuff he'd started that he needed to get rid of. So I asked him what all he had, and he was telling me some of the stuff he had. I said, I'd like to have that. And I probably could use that. And I know somebody could use that. He said, well, I'll tell you what you do. You bring your truck down here and you back it up to the back door and drop the tailgate, and we'll load you up.
Wow.
Wow.
By George, he did.
Can I see that fuselage again? I didn't see the other side.
This side, the motor side.
Yeah, that side. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I can't really see what you're seeing.
Oh, you
'cause
did
it's
good.
right dead in my
So the
way.
fuel tank's inset. I didn't. That's
It's
interesting.
inset. That's the only thing about it I'm not real crazy about, but it.
As long as you have enough space to adjust it, it works fine. I had an inset tank in my Fancherized Twister.
Yeah,
I like it because your fuel pickup is closer to being in line with your needle valve, so you don't get you don't get the problems with centripetal force.
Yeah, centrifugal force. Yeah, Tom Looper was telling me that. He said that he said try it, and if it don't work, we'll plug it. And I thought, we'll plug it? We'll plug it and put a conventional tank on, because I use plastic tanks 90% of the time. Ever since that, it's John's fault.
Yeah.
Ever since he got me on plastic tanks many moons ago, I've used plastic tanks. Now I've built my own tanks for several airplanes, and I use metal tanks on Ringmasters, but anyway, I usually use plastic tanks, and this is going to be different. I'm gonna have to build a doggone metal tank. Tom says, well, it's time you jogged your memory a little bit. I said, yeah, it'd be nice to jog something I still got. Memory's long gone. I have to refer to my notes.
That's it. Just write everything down.
I have to, but if I don't write it down, it's forgotten. It goes in one ear, out the other, and I mean, there's a sonic boom as it goes through.
You know,
Anyway.
I've actually gone into a room and forgot what I went into the room for, turned around, walked out of the room, remembered what I've gone in for, turned around to go back into the room and forgot it again.
Oh, stay out of that room.
Yeah, I think it's the
Remember to
room's fault.
stay out of the room.
Stay out of that room.
Bill Cosby wrote a book, and he talks about that. Now, I know he's fallen out of favor with a lot of people, but I still believe in him. I don't think you need to attack somebody when they can't remember what the heck they had for lunch. I think that's in really poor taste. Anyway, he says, if you get up out of your chair and you walk in the other room to get something, you get there, you can't remember what in the world you came for. So you think about it, and you think about it. You go back to where you were, and you sit down. Just as soon as your butt hits the pillow, you remember what you were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So you get up and you go back in there, and you might remember it this time, and you might forget again. Well, if by chance you forget again, bend over like you're starting to sit down, grab your bottom with both hands and squeeze. I'll be darned if it don't work.
Did it work?
It worked. I actually remember what I went for. I went for the mustard. Son of a gun.
The late Tom Zahn said that in his advanced years he thought about a lot about the hereafter.
Mhm.
He's go out in the garage and wonders what he's hereafter.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, Lynn got his hat. Oh Lord.
I just need to have a place that when I get interrupted, I need to put my whatever I have in my hand, put it in that one spot. Because when I come back in my shop after being called out of it, I can't find what I was working with, you know, and I waste more time trying to find that part or tool or what have you. So I just need to have a little thing that when I leave the garage to put it in there, so when I come back, I can find it again.
You need a
I'll tell you
box by the door.
I'll tell you a little secret.
That's
and
an idea.
This is honest. I have spent a lot of time in the past 3 or 4 months rearranging my shop. Now I've told a couple of people I'm trying to talk too much. Anyway, I can't have anybody over to shop right now because you can't get through it. It's such a mess. I'm redoing things and I've got stuff that's supposed to be over here in a pile over there, and you just cannot get through the shop right now. When I get it done, though, it's going to be nice. I got tired of every time I need something. I'm building an airplane and I need a control horn. And I know I've got 50 control horns in a box, but where the heck is that box? I can't find it. So I have to go buy or order another darn horn. Well, I ain't going to order one because I might need another one before I find that box. So I buy 3 or 4 of them. All right, they come in. I use the one I need. Where did those other 3 go? The land of the lost. So what I started doing, I bought a bunch of these things about so tall that have all the drawers in them.
Yeah.
I'm putting stuff in there and actually taking the time to label them. And when I get this sucker put back together, I'm going to be able to find something by it.
You'll be fine. That's what I do. All my stuff's that way, Phil. Everything.
You're one of the people that makes me nervous. You're too organized.
You have
And
to
then
be.
shop
Otherwise you spend a lot of money you don't need to be spending
You
because
spend a
you
lot
keep
of time
buying
and
stuff
money, yeah.
over and over and over and over, and you don't
Yeah.
need to. You've got tons of them in the darn room. You just don't know where they are. I got
That's
tired
it.
of that. I got tired of
Me
it.
too. Me too, but I'm gonna.
See, I have those little trays for all the small stuff, and I have the plastic bins for all the bigger stuff like wheels and stuff like that, and bell
That's
cranks.
what I'm doing.
I have bins for everything, but I know where all the bins are because they're all there.
Well, I don't yet, but I'm working on it.
Good man.
I'm labeling stuff as I go, and I'm going to be able to find something. And I'm going to tell you the whatever you call it for this whole thing, because I kept watching Keith in that room of his and how organized it is and how he can just go lay his hands on something.
Well, most definitely.
I couldn't lay my hands on my stuff in a week. I said, doggone it, I'm going to do that. So between Keith and a few other people, I'm going to have mine where I can find something. But
So for instance, right now, today, do you know where all your wheels are?
Oh yeah, my wheels, I do. I've gotten that far.
All right, you're good.
All my wheels, my control horns are in a box, and I know where it is. It's in a cabinet that the box slides into it. My daughter orders stuff. We get at least 2 things a day from Amazon. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. She's the queen of Amazon. So I've started taking the little boxes that are, they're about so wide and about so long. Excuse me. I've got so many of those that I broke down and took downstairs that I built a little cabinet that they just fit in. And I'm filling those things up and using those and using whatever I can find. But I'm going to get this thing organized if it kills me. And it might yet, but the dust is awful down there. But I'm working on it. Next year, Lynn, I hope to be able to find something so I can build something.
There you go.
Try to save your voice, Phil.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, take a break.
That's what I'm doing, muting myself so I can, y'all don't have to hear me coughing. I
have a chat from old control line pilot. He says, hi all. feeling somewhat ill the last few days, so not joining you tonight. Like given, Merry Christmas to everyone. And he has a Christmas tree sticker and a happy face and Santa Claus. So thank you, Bill Whitley, for coming in. Let me mute my mic real quick. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh, crickets.
And I'm back. I just want to ask if I can encourage everybody. You probably received your calendar by now, and if you have it in your heart to send Gary some money toward that. He's not going to ask you guys for it, but I really think we should really try to send him some money. So if you received your calendar and you like it and you use it, please send him some money.
I didn't get mine yet, but I'm getting ready to send him a check for $20.
Okay,
Gary,
great.
is Gary here tonight?
No, he said the weather is so bad there, he might not make it in tonight.
Okay. I think I sent him some money last week. I'll have to check my PayPal. I think I did it during the show last time we were on.
Yeah, you might need to help him how to use PayPal. I know it's his wife's PayPal account.
Yeah. He said to send it that way, so that's what I did.
He might still need help to navigate. He's not really that familiar with that. So, but anyways, I think it's great that he does this for us. And just if you got one, if you like it, just show me your appreciation for it.
Would you be so kind as to tell me to where to PayPal namely an address?
I think it's something else. I could send it to you.
Please.
Me too.
Me too.
To send it to me. No, just one person.
All right.
That was a joke. Thank you.
Me too, Charles. I had it, but I've lost my book.
Let me make a note of this, so I'll make sure I'll do that.
Yeah. You could stick it in the chat thing down there and we'd all see it.
Yeah, I just let me see here. Let me see if I can do that. I'll put it in the chat box for the inside chat box, the Zoom chat, not the chat out there.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I gotta find it. You know what? It'd be better for me to just take a note. Howard Rush.
All right.
Howard Rush.
Mark.
Philip Bailey. Mark, right?
Yes, sir.
Mark Wise. Anyone else? Keith.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, Carl.
I got his address right here if you want me to give it to you. If anybody wants to write it down.
Well, if you can put it in the chat box.
Well, I don't know how to do that, so.
Yeah, I don't want him to
announce it. No.
Oh, you know what? I'll text it to you on your phone.
Okay.
And then you can put it in the chat box. Would that work?
Yeah, you have his physical address, right? I have that. Actually, I have an envelope here. I can put this physical address if you want to send him a check.
Isn't that what you were asking for?
No, well, some people want to do PayPal because he's
okay.
open to that.
All right. Okay.
So,
all right.
So that's I have Howard Rush, Philip Bailey, Mark Wise, Keith Trossel. Anyone else wants to do the PayPal route? All right. And next year, Joe, maybe you can send one of your pictures of your plane, and you can get in the calendar. And so let me show you what it looks like, Joe. I don't know if you've seen these before, but
I haven't, but it's okay.
Okay.
All good.
All righty. Anyways.
Let's see it, Charles. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
You haven't seen it either? Okay, let me do it. I'll do a share screen so it'll come out a little bit better. Just give me a second. So I have one of the proofs. I'll just show the proof. You guys continue to talk while I pull it up. Let's see here.
More crickets, Lynn.
Yeah, I see that. Stuart, what are
okay.
you working on?
What am I working on? A
Yeah.
little
A boat? Oh, a Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Cool. What's that for? The Cub?
Yeah.
Okay.
Putting him in his seat.
All right. Holy cow, look at the size of the seat. You could almost
Snoopy
sit in it.
down.
I could almost sit in that seat myself.
Oh, I like that. That helmet is neat, but that expression is really neat.
That's his
cool.
magic.
That is cool.
Very
That is
good.
really
Nice.
cool.
Very cool, Stuart.
3D printed.
Oh, neat.
3D printed them for me.
I need you to start making small ones for control line models. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I'd like
Not
to
a
have one
boss.
that fit in an SB11.
Yeah.
Actually, probably could, because all I'd have to do is size it down.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. That is so cool.
Try to make one about 1 3/4, 2 inches tall. And if you can get it done, tell me how much.
Yeah. I'll
I'd
take
like
a
to have
couple
one.
of those
That's neat.
too.
Yeah, that's neat.
I'm having troubles getting them to do my stuff.
I know how that goes.
Any of the other guys have 3D printers?
No.
That's
Keith's
two.
got something.
Oh,
What do you have, Keith? Show us.
here's the pilot for the big job.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
That
we
is
don't.
cool.
It's
Oh,
show.
that's cool. That's cool.
Like that.
I do like that. That captures the spirit of
Very neat.
that's the smile we have when we're flying our planes, right?
And I'm 12 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe a jinx because he's been about 3 chiselers. So I don't
I
know.
wouldn't use him.
Yeah, don't use them
Put him
again.
Don't use him, Keith. Send him to me.
Put him out to pasture.
Speaking of out the pasture, guys, I'm falling asleep.
Well, do you
Have a
want to see
good
the calendar,
holiday.
John? You want to see the? I can show you a sneak peek of it. Can you hang on for a minute?
Okay.
Let me show you the calendar. Let me pull this up.
John's trying to get to sleep because he's got a busy day tomorrow night. He's got a
What's he
busy
doing?
day tomorrow.
I was just,
So do you guys see this?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the cover of the calendar.
Cool.
There's Sparky and Sparky. And then the next month is January 23rd. I mean, January 2023. You see Robert Gore there on the left, and then Dennis Nunes on the right.
Nice.
And then the
Okay,
next
okay.
one is so we got Al Fierro there on the left, and Tryan up on top, and then
Yep.
Sam Lonke in the bottom, and Mike Lonke there holding his Axioma.
All right.
And then we got
Mr.
Bob Hunt for March 2023. Some nice images. See how Gary, how he merged those two images together? Isn't that beautiful?
That's
He
He
nice.
does beautiful work.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful. And then the next month, so on the left side, we don't have the pilot there, this is Stephen McBride's new stiletto on the left, and then that's Tom Rammel on the right.
Okay.
That's for April. And then for May, we have John Miller. You see yourself, John?
yeah, with the flying surfboard.
Yeah, with the flying surfboard, and that's myself there with my Nobler. Unfortunately, it's not with me any longer. I kept the wing, and that was a really nice flying plane with a Super Tiger 46. And then here's a beautiful plane by Jim Hoffman for June.
Nice.
And again, he shows a little lace that little cutout, how he shows how he did the lace there. Isn't that beautiful? That's the Predator, Paul Walker design. And then we have Mark Gerber on the top with his P40. And then Keith Trossel, he used XF11, and also his Chisler.
The deported Chisler.
Yeah, the departed Chisler, unfortunately. And then here's Sparky, and then there's John Paris there presenting Sparky with his Concours Elegance. And that's nice. That's August. And then here's Lynn Burrell and Naomi. And then
cool.
here's Brandon and Angstrom, his son. And a little image there of the Brodak Museum, I think. That's September. And then here's Phil Bailey up there on the left there, upper left. And then Bob Whitley on the right there. That's for October. And then here's Mark Lumen. Dave Tribb's design there. Has an FP40 in it. And here's Howard Rushford finishing out the year.
Dog 1 and Dog 2.
Yeah, with his impacts there. So that's, and then here's the last sheet of it, which is kind of like a gallery of everybody. It's in the calendar.
I have
Hey,
Gary.
stuff.
I have Gary's email here if anybody wants it.
So
Yeah,
long.
just type it in the
See you, Brad.
chat. You out of here, Brad? Thanks for coming in, Brad.
I think I'm gonna go to watch the
Hey,
news.
thank you, Joe.
Hey,
Yeah,
Merry-
I'm out here.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Charles,
Merry
Yes,
Christmas. Thank you, Sparky.
and everybody else.
Yes,
Hey,
Bert.
Joe, thanks for the Christmas card, buddy.
You guys have a great one. Whoops, I didn't know that was still out. I will. My daughter says Merry Christmas, everybody. Y'all have a great week.
Merry Christmas. You know, we can
Monday.
just
You too, Phil.
end the live stream since it's so much of a holiday. I appreciate you guys coming in.
Yeah.
We can just
Yes.
end the stream. And
Cool. Y'all have a great one.
thank you, Phil.
You
Thank you
too.
for coming. Merry Christmas. Good night, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Good night, Phil.
Merry Christmas all.
All righty. Hey, guys, does anybody want to have an after party? If they do, or if they don't, I'll just end the show and end the stream, period.
Well, you're not going to bed yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go too, guys. It's been a
All
long
righty.
day. We'll see
How
you
about if
later.
we just end the show, no after party tonight, unless there's
Guys.
an objection.
What?
You want to have an after party?
I don't know. I'll hang out a little bit. We just
All right.
finished working, so now I
All
can
right.
talk a little if anybody wants to talk. I don't know.
All right. I will end the live stream then, and then we'll continue on. Let me see here.